Hello, everyone. Today, we lost Michael Collins at the age of 90 years old. So I'd say probably lived a pretty good life, especially considering he was one of the very few lucky men and women who have been to outer space. That's pretty cool. He was also on the first ever mission to the moon, the Apollo 11 space mission with, that guy, the one that everybody knows, Buzz Aldrin. Oh, and Neil Armstrong, little known guy. So the three of them went up to the moon on this rocket ship. Yeah, the entire rocket ship's in this box. No, this is obviously a model, but this is the model of the rocket that in 1969 Michael Collins, Neil Armstrong, and Buzz Aldrin took to the moon. I ordered this online 3, maybe 4 days ago, and it showed up today. Like, I don't know, an hour after he died, 2 hours after he died. Crazy coincidence. So I figured there's no time like the present to bust this thing open, start building it. So let's open her up. I'm not going to do a live build on this because it's just too many pieces and I don't have the energy tonight to build this thing on stream. But I will unbox it. We'll take a look at it. I'll talk a little more about it. There's a couple cool things that I can tell you about this set. Really what I'm curious about is this. Oh, wow, it's beautiful. Oh, wow, it's beautiful. Oh, I don't even care about the Lego anymore. This is amazing. This is the instruction manual. But oh my gosh, does that look good. So it's designed after like the original blueprints from the year 1969. The color scheme and everything was what they actually used for the blueprints. Oh my gosh, look at all the pictures inside. This is awesome. The Apollo program. President John F. Kennedy challenged his country to safely send and return an American to the moon before the end of the decade. And we did it. We weren't sure about the return part, though. Fun fact, Michael Collins was the only one who was not walking on the surface of the moon during this trip. But so he was in this rocket circling around the moon while Neil and Buzz, I almost said Lance, while Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were down doing, the first ever moonwalk. And Michael Collins was actually instructed to potentially, if he couldn't get there we go. If he couldn't get Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin back, he could have had to just strand them there. Yeah, like that's a real thing that they had talked about because they weren't, this is 1969. We had never been to the moon. We weren't really sure how successful they were going to be getting back to the rocket. So there was a chance that Michael Collins, after X number of hours circling around the moon, when he tried to retrieve Neil Armstrong and Buzz, there was a chance that he wasn't going to be able to, and that he would have to abandon them on the moon. And they had a code word for it. I forget what it is off the top of my head. I usually do more research about this stuff, but I just got home, so everything I'm telling you is just from my memory. But isn't that crazy to think about? I don't know if I could do it. That'd be crazy. Oh, this is really neat. There's a whole little map almost of, all the different spots along the way. Small engine ignition, small engine ignition. So this is like almost like a checklist as they were making their way to the moon. So we have rolls out of the massive vehicle assembly building. Then we have liftoff. Oh, I didn't know that. It was built in California? And then they brought it all the way to Florida, Cape Canaveral. I believe it was Cape Canaveral. Doesn't actually say, but it must have been. First stage falls away as the S2 stage ignites. So this is where that first stage of the rocket falls away. I don't know if you're familiar. This is not the Discovery rocket that my generation is kind of used to. So this entire rocket, like, this is just all fuel burning. And these would just break off in sections as it burned through all the fuel. So when they returned, I believe it was just, I don't know if it was to here or if it was to here. It was just the top section that actually came back. Oh, right here. Look, here's a whole breakdown. So as opposed to like the Discovery, the Space Shuttle Discovery, that has, you know, the wings on it and everything and is strapped to the actual rockets, and then the whole thing breaks off and then you're left with a little almost airplane looking ship. This is a very different approach to that. Oh, I'm geeking out a little bit. Okay, a lot of it. It's so crazy that this showed up today and that he passed away today. Most people don't even know who he is because he was kind of overshadowed, obviously, by the other two guys, Neil Armstrong and Buzz. So this is one of the Lego ideas, and this is the fan designer. So this kid right here is actually the one who came up with the idea to make this Lego set. So he had he built a prototype, and then they send it to the Lego team. The Lego designers tweak it a little bit and make it ready for mass production, which is really cool. They've done that with quite a few sets. The ship in the bottle one, for example, was also a fan designed set. And then there we are, right into the instructions. So another cool thing about this, I don't think I mentioned this yet. If I did, if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. So it's 1,969 pieces. Does that number ring any bells in the rocket world? It should. 1969 was the year this rocket went to the moon. And that's how many pieces are in this set. Kind of a neat little Easter egg. So what I've heard is that the design team, when they built this whole thing, they had, I don't know, they were close. They were like 20 pieces over, 10 pieces over that magic number. And they weren't planning it. It just, they got so close that they were like, all right, let's tweak it just a little bit so we can get it to be 1969 pieces, which I thought was really neat. I thought I was like super genius when I figured that out, and I posted it on one of my Lego Facebook pages, and I was like, hey guys, do you know that this was the year that this rocket went to the moon? And everyone was like, duh. Yeah, obviously. Where have you been? Apparently not here. So, yeah, that is the Saturn V from the Apollo 11 mission to the moon. And I dedicate this build to Michael Collins, the late Michael Collins. May he rest in peace. He was also a major general in the Air Force Reserves. He was a pilot, obviously. And yeah, he was a pretty badass dude. I mean, he went to space like in 1969 when it was like still really scary. Not that it's not scary to go to space now. It's, I'm sure, terrifying. So I am going to read every little bit of information that's in here because I'm a nerd like that. And then I'm going to build this beautiful rocket. And hopefully tomorrow night around this time, maybe a little later, I'll be doing a live video showing the finished product. So keep an eye out for that. I'm just It's weird how life works. Weird coincidences, you know? I mean, I literally heard about the fact that he passed away right after I got out of work as I was going to pick this up. It's crazy. And it's also just an amazingly awesome set that I'm super stoked to have. And I'm very excited to start building. I don't see any decals. Did I miss a sticker sheet? Did I just get even more excited? Are they all printed? Oh, I will lose it. Oh, I'd be so happy. Oh, I'd be so happy if they're all printed pieces. I feel like there should be a sticker sheet for this. I'm like a little nervous now. All right, here's a better idea. So let's say, for example, the American flag pieces. They're printed. They're all printed pieces. Ha ha ha! Yeah, even better. No stickers. Oh. Also, this set is like really hard to find right now, so pretty cool that I got my hands on it. Just crazy that it happened the day Michael Collins passed away. May he rest in peace. I wish I could talk to somebody who's been to space. That'd be cool. That'd be very cool. All right. I'm just like rambling now because I'm like super excited and geeking out. Let me check one thing before I end this video because I haven't looked the entire time. Yeah, so I apologize to everybody who's been messaging or commenting that no decal look on your face. LOL, yeah. Why did we stop landing men on the moon? Because it's too expensive. That's why we stopped. Because it's crazy expensive. So here's a little comparison for you. Because a lot of people say, well, we go to space all the time. Why can't we go back to the moon? Let's, do I have something I can... I need something roughly the size of... Actually, this will work. So let's say Boba Fett's head is the Earth, right? Planet Earth. If this was planet Earth, the International Space Station, you know, revolves around the Earth, right? And that's one of the places we go a lot. If this was the actual size of the Earth, the International Space Station would be as far away as about here. It's barely out of our atmosphere. Barely. The moon would be in my kitchen compared in relation to an Earth that is this size. Our moon would be probably like right around where my window is. It actually would be further because usually when I do this, I use something smaller than this. So the moon is like significantly further, like way, way out there. It takes a long time to get there too. It's not like the ISS. You can get to the ISS in like an hour or something, or 2 hours maybe. No, probably not even. I guess that would depend on the rockets and everything. If we could do it in 1999, shouldn't we have figured out how to do it cheaper by now? And what about the people with FU money, LOL? People with FU money don't want to waste money to go to the moon for no reason. That's the other thing. Why do you want to go back to the moon? What are we going to get if we go back to the moon? Is there more to learn on the moon? I mean, we've sent plenty of autonomous stuff to the moon. Plenty of robots have gone to the moon, right? We just had that thing that found the water on the dark side of the moon. So there's all that. Give me another one, Andrew. Come on. Let's go. So I'm not saying it couldn't be done. Like, it definitely could be done. It's just, is it worth the price? Because even if you have FU money, you don't want to spend FU money on something you're not going to get anything out of. So yeah, that's at least my very basic understanding. I am only a rocket scientist after all. Scientist? I'm building a rocket out of Lego. I think that makes me a scientist. Don't you think people would just want to be able to say they walked on the moon before they die? Go up and read chat. Go up and read chat. Oh, I must have missed more. No, I wasn't ignoring your messages because they're crazy. Michael Collins' son asked Michael if he wanted him to call the CIA to have interviewer alleging he faked the moon landing. Oh, is that what this is all from? This is your whole thing, is that we faked the moon landing in 1969? Like, I haven't heard this before. So, is your theory that we've never been to the moon? Because we definitely have been to the moon. Even if, let's just say, for example, we didn't go to the moon in 1969, there were 3 other manned missions to the moon out of NASA, right? Or is 2 other? Or 3 other? That happened later. Did they fake all those too? Oh, Andrew. Oh, Andrew. I'm just saying I wasn't there. No, you weren't. That much is true. I wasn't either. None of us were. Well, none of us were on the moon. Okay, well, this went way out into left field. So, yeah, I'm going to go. I want to start building this thing. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I truly believe that we have definitely walked on the moon. Whether or not we did it in 1969, who am I to say? I don't know. I'm just teaching, or I'm just saying what I've been taught and what is generally accepted as the truth. So, anywho, I really want to build this thing now. So, I'm going to go do that. It's already 7:30. 2,000 pieces. I hope I can get this done tomorrow. I really want to get this done tomorrow. So anyway, that's that. That's all. That's all I got. Hope it's a fun, interesting. Hope it's a fun build. Thanks, Andrew. I'm sure it will be a fun build. And dude, we got to finish the roller coaster, for crying out loud. All right, I will see you guys after I come back from the moon. Oh, never mind.